The time is 9:15 p.m. the 31st of July, year 2024. I am to finally report that the chemical gas has been the worst ever on S Street that I can ever remember. I've been a victim and a target of that chemical gas for 3 endless days. The gas doesn't stop anyways, but I'm not going to cram in all this stuff in 14 minutes. I don't need to. What I am to report is I couldn't report it. I couldn't say anything about it on the internet. What I am to report is that I have been a clear and obvious target of it. Worse than ever before. What I am to report is last night they had more military helicopter raids and agent raids. What I am to report is that the enemy, the people gassing me, the people being harbored here who are Muslim terrorists and neo-Nazi white guys, they're all together. Many of those neo-Nazi white guys are law enforcement and U.S. military. Okay, we're clear on this for the millionth time, who these white guys are. The enemy is digging and tapping and crawling and doing stuff underneath my floor again. That's the weapons system. Is also a very bad area for gas and stuff. They're overt, they're outright, and they're under the floor again. All the time. You want to know details to what I'm talking about as to under the floor again? Try me later. All of my apps, YouTube, every app I own is hacked. My entire hardware system of my phone is hacked. What does that mean? Okay, you want to know? Come ask me or try me later. What it does is it makes my phone unable to work. Nothing works. Nothing works. All right. I am to report for the last 3 days there has been violent combat inside of this property. People going down. Loud as day, clear as day. I don't say it wrong. I don't hear them dragging the bodies off because it happens when I'm in my main room. Or it happens when I'm in my extra room. It doesn't happen when I'm in the bathroom, except those times I reported it, I was allowed to report that. There has been massive events when I'm in the bathroom that I'm still to this day not allowed to talk about on the internet. The bathroom is a big deal. So with everything that is happening, the attack on kids in England was really sad. Those children were good kids. They're not larvae of white or Middle Eastern terrorists. They were good kids. The far right that is rising up and rampaging in England are the very same type of men that have come here in the British military that were white and the Scottish military that were white and were crawling and digging under the floors that I put on my account. You want to hear about that? Review the last 4 years. I have engaged with foreign military here, and many times they were from South Africa and they were from the United Kingdom, the British military. This same group has been back again. They come with quote unquote Ukraine. The quote unquote Ukraine is Russian nationals. That same Ukraine that is their Ukrainian ambassadors who they come with the United Kingdom. They put a Ukrainian thug military guy as an ambassador. They come here with them. It's hell on earth when these people come. I can raise my hand to a judge and say, I've heard and filmed. The judge could look up the evidence even on YouTube. British freaking military in this house. When they're here, they're hell on earth. They're some of Putin's favorite agents. They're all with Vladimir Putin. Every one of them was. Okay, it's far-right neo-Nazis. So these people rising up and rampaging England are with Putin. Whether they realize it or not, but most of them do. All the people rising up, the Palestinians, saluting Hitler and doing the Nazi sign, Hi Hitler, are with Putin. They are with Trump. They are with Biden. They are with the US. We are the United States and the United Kingdom and Europe. Hi Hitler, we are neo-Nazi. This military, all of them. 60% of the United States military is fighting their own freaking military, the 40%. In the last 3 days, I've had this New Jersey and New York U.S. reservists and Marines, U.S., they're with Trump, in this compound. I have been a victim and a direct target of the most intense, unforgettable chemical gas that, without any doubt, is deadly. There's been dead bodies filling up this house, and nothing has stopped. The dead bodies fill up the house, and then they go away. They drag them off. Like I said about dragging and hearing dead bodies being dragged off, I don't hear it. I haven't witnessed that. The gas they're using on me the last 3 days is directly on me. Is like up to 6 times a day they'll hit me, and the feeling, the physical effect, is nothing but pure raw deadly poison. And if you want to know about what that's like, I could tell you, because it happened and happened and happened and happened. It's unforgettable. I could completely go into graphic detail. I'm going to skip that so I don't cram it into 14 minutes. Along with that gas comes this high, this laughing gas, like I talk about martini gas. It's the same high. You become incredibly high. I strongly believe at that point I should have passed out. And I strongly believe at the point where I'm on the toilet going diarrhea, I should be dead. But no, I'm not. What do? I report it. Yep. And who's dead? All the UK British. Who's dead? All the Ukrainian. Who's dead? Do you want me to go down the list? Let me remind you who's dead. Taylor Swift is going to be dead. It'll go into the Museum of War that we put up here in the United States. Taylor Swift is with that Muslim Hamas terrorist who attacked those kids. I pray for the souls of those kids. Taylor Swift is funded by Saudi Arabia. Taylor Swift is a neo-Nazi. Taylor Swift better not get too comfortable, too eased and relaxed in my country. Taylor Swift, don't get too relaxed in my country. I know all about you, Taylor Swift. I know all about you, Taylor Swift. It'll go on the War Museum. The barbaric scumbags in England had their kids slaughtered by Muslim terrorists at a party of a white terrorist. Taylor Swift is a U.S. domestic white terrorist. I suggest to Taylor Swift to book it to Saudi Arabia tonight. Get on a private jet and run. As for the poison that I have, no, it's not poison, it's chemical military grade gas. When I'm in the bathroom, my body just rejects it, ejects it, gets it out, 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 out. But it's so intense, there's no comparing it to anything that any person could ever possibly encounter unless they were poisoned, pure and raw, lethally poisoned. I will never forget it. It has happened so many times in the last few days. My jaw is on the floor. May I repeat, my jaw is on the floor. Day into night, they have that poison. So I suggest to Taylor Swift, who is responsible for the death of these kids and wants to make a statement that she's shocked, I suggest to her and these terrorists using that poison on me, this gas on me, to get on a private jet out of my country by midnight tonight. I suggest not to be here, Taylor Swift, on the 1st of August. If you do stay, it's not my problem. I want to remind the world I am not the United States president. I want to remind the world a man runs the country and always shall run your country here. If you are confused about that, I am not here to help you. You will understand it was for the better. Pray for the souls of the kids who were killed in England. The War Museum is a spot where you can see the insanity of all the people high Hitlering at soccer games, at the Olympics, while they sheltered and harbored those very terrorists in Washington, D.C., 6 blocks from Biden, as there was massive helicopters shining strobe lights down into the roofs and raiding and hovering. And oh my God, they did it again today. They did it last night. They don't fly away or go away. The military is always here. I'm in here, and we all know I'm here. And we all know that they know I'm here. And so what does this say? This says your poison doesn't work. Your military grade chemical gas doesn't work. It says that you're in a lot of trouble in the United States, all who are responsible for it. And it says, lastly, I'm not your president. The right men are taking control of this country, and Taylor Swift ain't gonna be making statements about terrorist attacks that she's involved with. It means that these white barbarian men aren't going to be rampaging England anymore. And it means that the UK military, the Scottish military, the Ukrainian military, who I'm a witness to, aren't going to be coming to S Street anymore. I have to sign off. Adios.